Hey everybody, welcome to Talkin Sh, where we're coming to an end. We are transitioning. We are moving forward and going into ShrEDDiE. That's right. New podcast on the way. ShrEDDiE, Eddie. Let's ShrEDDiE. It's just called ShrEDDiE. What's happening is we're in a period like I'm talking shit's done. Wadcast is done. The future is ShrEDDiE. ShrEDDiE is a podcast about trying to stay in the game, everything from comedy, parenting, action sports, adventure sports, my hobbies, skiing, mountain biking, surfing, all that fun stuff, ultra running, hiking, climbing, whatever I do, I kind of like to do it and stay in the game. Fitness, we're going to have some fitness. We're going to have anybody who's doing it, still trying to do it, stay in the game. It's a little tough out there. I don't know if you guys know. It's not easy once you hit these, I like to say I'm middle-aged, but I'm getting up there, mother. No, I don't know. In my head, I'm middle-aged because I'm going to live to be an octogenarian. I'm going to live to be 100 years old, so I'm middle-aged right now. And I'm still trying to stay as active as I always was. So that's what ShrEDDie's about. ShrEDDiE is for guys like me, girls like me, that think they're children, think they dress like a child. No. And I'm going to be recording it here. A lot of the problems I'm having, like transitioning and getting this started, is because it's technical. I'm not a technical guy. I'm trying to streamline it, create it as frictionless as possible. And one of the things is that I'm going to record here out in, I live up in the mountains, the Santa Monica Mountains above Malibu. And I have a stream right next to me that you can probably hear in the background. Now, my neighbor was just blowing leaves on his roof. He used to have an undocumented worker do it, but Trump kicked him out. So now my neighbor was doing it by himself. And that is, you can hear a dog or a coyote in the background, maybe a wolf, who knows? That is going to be one of the problems of the show. Because somebody in this neighborhood is always building something or creating something or killing something, and you can hear the noises and makes it difficult. So we will be doing the show from here. I'm going to be having guests on each week. It's going to be cool. I have friends that are pro surfers, mountain bikers, skiers, whatever. Talk about really cool stuff. Anyway, Crazy Bobby will probably be on. Hunter will be on. All the old fun guests, but this is really the new show. This is ShrEDDiE. There's no format that we're following. I'm going to interview these people and just find out where they are in their life. And hopefully you find it interesting, funny, engaging, and we can create a whole community around it. That's right. So I just got back from Phoenix. I did 5 shows at the House of Comedy in Phoenix, which was a really good time. Love that club. It's one of the best purpose-built clubs in America. It's called the House of Comedy, and they did a really good job on it. I'm gonna name some of the clubs I love, okay? And I'm not talking about like the owners or the managers or the audiences. I'm gonna talk about clubs, like building a comedy club. There's an art to it. Number 1, low ceiling. Number 2, lots of air conditioning. Number 3, seats facing the stage. Number 4, packing it in. Number 5, great lighting. I'm not a lighting guy. We could talk to my friend Travis from Longville. He knows all about lighting, but I don't know if it's white light or it's what's the other light they use? I forget what, like daylight light. I forget what the light is. So I'm not good. I'm not going to go there with the light, but you don't want the bar in the room. That makes too much clanking sound, distraction. You don't want loud waitresses, but the waitresses have to do their job. I will never criticize comedy club waitresses. They have a really hard job. So, low ceiling, number one, makes the best clubs. Old Ice House, best room ever. If you couldn't kill in the Ice House, you shouldn't do comedy. Number two, don't want a too high of a stage either. Too high, too bad. Got a low stage. So in seeing all those things, I will talk about some of my favorite clubs. House of Comedy, one of the best. Little too high of a stage, but other than that, every seat's a great seat. Backdrop's nice and beautiful. Club looks beautiful. See, here comes a big, strong wind, and let's see if it affects. How's that feel? I think that's a Santa Ana, too. Those are the spooky ones that start the fires. They come from the desert. They bring the dry air and the fire. I don't know why I'm talking like Gary Busey. So that's a good one. Zany's Rosemont. There's a couple Zany's. The one in Rosemont is just, I don't know what it is. It's just gorgeous. It's perfect. It sounds good. You feel like you're killing all the time. I just played the Comedy Works in Denver, the one Comedy Works South. The way they seat the crowd, that they're all facing you theater-wise, just awesome. You know, my go-to, though, is always the Comedy Cellar in New York City because I came up there. I have an affinity for it. It was the first place I ever saw comedy, and I just love that room. I mean, it's got its quirks and its things wrong with it. I mean, it's like not loving your parents. You know, that was it. That was my club. So I love the Comedy Cellar in New York City, probably number one. Number one. I can't ever deny the Comedy Cellar. Comedy Store La Jolla is a pretty awesome room. I feel really good in there. Like, I've been thinking about shooting a special in a comedy club, and I'm going, hey, maybe Comedy Store, maybe Comedy Works, like the Comedy Works concept. That could be good. And then I'm trying to think of some other rooms that are good. There's a little club in Michigan called the Comedy Showcase. The first room was unbelievable. They moved to a second room and they still did it well. This like low ceiling. You just feel great. I'm playing a club in 2 weeks. Last Best Comedy Club in Bozeman, Montana. Last Best Comedy Club that is a really good club. The only people that care about this right now are comedians. Acme, awesome club. There's a lot of awesome clubs, but I basically just talked about my favorites. Comedy Cellar, new one, Comedy Works, House of Comedy in Scottsdale, and internationally, I love the Comedy Store in Leicester Square. I love the Comedy Store in Sydney, Australia. I'm trying to think if there's any others that are like stand out for me. Yeah, they're the kind of clubs that like you look forward to playing. You'd even play them for free just because you just feel so good on stage there. Yeah, I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings and leave you out because I do like a lot of clubs and sometimes it just depends. But pretty much that's it. All right, so I was at the House of Comedy in Scottsdale. Got to go for a hike. I love when I get to town and there's something to do actively during the daytimes that I don't have to just sit around a hotel room. I get very depressed. Not like real depression. Sad. I get sad that I'm bored if I don't have stuff to do. So God, I love when I go somewhere like Bozeman and I can go ski at Bridger Bowl, or I'm in, Hawaii and I get to go surf at Ala Moana Bowls. So that's why you should have me at, what's the House of Blues, Hawaii. If you're Hawaii, House of Blues, what's going on? I want to play your club. I play Hawaii a lot, but I want to play the House of Blues. I think it's what it's called, House of Blues. Maybe they do comedy there. I want to do that because I want to go surfing. That's it. So it's great. Ardrose Theater and in Sun Valley, I get to go skiing. Anywhere I get to go skiing, surfing, mountain biking. Scottsdale, I went hiking. You have beautiful mountains all around with all these hiking trails. And hiking's weird. It's just like, that's what people used to do because they had to move because they were going to get murdered where they lived. And they had to go risk dying from like rattlesnakes and Indians to get somewhere new because they wanted property. I want property. Now we just do it for exercise. I like to go for a walk. I'm going to put on my camelback on my back, and I'm going to put on my walking shoes, and we're going to go walk a mountain. Now, I took my dog with me. She had a good time. My dog can hike more than, I have a McNabb dog that they say runs 100 miles a day with cattle. Like, if you met my dog, you'd be like, she just smoked crack. Your dog smoked crack. She'll calm down if I want her to. She just has this incredible endurance, and she's a good dog. She's a good dog. Don't buy them, though. I don't want them to overbreed this dog. It's a really cool dog. So it's a Labrador Retriever. Yes, that's what my dog is. It's a Labrador Retriever. But I'm getting ready. I have Boston this weekend. I love playing Laugh Boston. That's another great room. Laugh Boston in Boston is an incredible room, and it's in the Westin Hotel on the Seaport. Here's the best part about it. Almost every year they book me at the same time, and the furry convention is in my hotel. And I post pictures, and nothing gets more views than people are obsessed with furries. People freak out about them. People think they're weird. People tell stories about them. There's rumors that they have like these weird sex parties. And I'm here to dispel all that. I have been at the furry convention like 3 times now, and they're just nerds, and they're really nice. And they're like, a lot of them are autistic because they have signs like saying, hey, don't have loud noises or flashing lights because, they're sensitive to these things. And they're just, it's like their little niche. They're into this stuff. It's some kind of like Japanese anime, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did a whole podcast with one of them once. They just seem like really nice people that are different than you. And don't ridicule them. Don't make fun of them. I mean, they're fun to make fun of. I mean, they spend a shitload of money on these costumes, and it is funny to see. But you know what? Like, they're no different than the guy that paints his face and goes shirtless at a football game in Wisconsin when it's 20 below zero. Like, you're a weirdo too. We're all weird. We all have our strange peccadillos. Peccadillo. No, we're all strange. We all do weird things. It's like to each his own. Let them live. Let them live. Live and let live. This is America. Freedom, man. Pa, 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 pa. Let the furries fuck. And here's the thing. I stay on low floors because I don't ride elevators. And when I stay on low floors, sometimes the hotel's like, you don't want to stay on that floor because that's like the dog floor. Like, that's where people bring their pets. Well, when I stay at this hotel, they're like, you don't want to stay on that floor because that's the furry floor. And they party all night long. Well, let me tell you something. Their idea of partying and my idea of partying are 2 different things. They're like up all night playing, I don't know, they're Dungeons and Dragons and Connect 4. These aren't like crazy orgies where they're doing coke all night and, blasting music. They're really nice people. I didn't see any of the shit people talk about, so I'll film. I'll film for you. I'll upload. We'll get to the bottom of this. We will. I got the Steeler game tonight. I am not a football fan, but I can't stop watching because I feel like the NFL is the most fixed. It's like WWE and politics are more valid than the NFL now. The thing is, when it gets to the playoffs, I just see how hard the players are playing and how much they care I don't think they're good enough actors. So I don't think if there is any of this like contrived stuff from the Vegas, from the bookies to the NFL, if that's going on, it's going on at such a high level, and sure there's probably corruption, but I don't know. So I'm enjoying it. Steelers are in the playoffs. They always make the playoffs. They always lose in the first round. But I have this weird feeling. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers. I could be wrong. I thought the Eagles were going to win last night, and they didn't win. The Eagles are my second team because my father-in-law played for the Eagles. So my kids like the Eagles, so I have to like the Eagles because my wife likes the Eagles. So I'm sort of an Eagles fan, but I'm a huge Steeler fan. Come on, I grew up there. Go Steelers. Let's hope this ages well. Let's hope we win. DK Metcalf's back after he punched that fan. And I just want to say, I don't know what the fan said to him. The fan said that he called him by his full name. I don't know anyone that's punched anyone for being called their full name. I'm just making an assumption. I'm not accusing. I'm not slandering that guy. But I have a feeling, dude, that you used the N-word. I have a feeling. I think you did it. Because that'll earn you a punch. And kind of, you deserve it. So don't punch, or don't do that again. Don't do it. This is going to be a short episode because, I'm just throwing this up there because we're so busy with other stuff right now. Just want to let you know what's going on, all the stuff. Who's my prediction for who's going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. I'm torn. Broncos look good. Bears look really good. And it's weird. AFC, I'm trying to think. Let's say Steelers. Come on. Let's do it. There's my predictions, everybody. You never really hear me talk about sports on here. But I like San Francisco, too. I like Christian McCaffrey. He's a workout freak. He's been working out with my friend Crazy Bobby. And so I'm a big fan of him. And I know he's, supporting what Bobby's working on. So that's cool. People have been asking me to train their dogs. No. You don't train dogs, you train people. You got to train people to train dogs. If you want me to train your dog, it's going to cost me it's going to cost you $100,000. If you want your dog to do tricks like my dog, because I'm going to have to spend time with you and train you. No, I would do it for an exorbitant amount of money, but not anything less. Maybe someday I'll do a little training video on here, show you how to do it. I got some basic little things that you got to do. I just learned this stuff from the internet like I learn anything. And I've been around dogs my whole life, but they're pretty simple, pretty easy. And if you're cool to them, they usually become good dogs. And buy a good dog, buy a cattle dog. Cattle dogs listen because they are working dogs. Any kind of working dog. They want to work. You teach them to work, they work. And they want to work, so they want to listen to you. I wish I had a cattle son. My son does not work. My son now plays flag football. I had to drive home from Scottsdale after my show at midnight to get home for his flag football game. He's 6. But the little dude did well. Cruz out there. They were calling him, I heard someone call him Shifty. And I was like, that's a cool name for him, Shifty. I'm ShrEDDiE, he's Shifty. He goes, Dad, did you see me juke him? Did you see me juke him? He's funny. He's really fast. He ran straight up the middle twice. I was like, no, get to the outside. Get to the outside, kid. He did well, though, and his first game ever. I don't think he even knew what he was doing. He just would go where the coach told him to go. And the NFL has this whole new, flag football thing, because that's eventually where we're all going, because all the players are going to be brain dead from taking hits. But my son played well. My daughter broke her foot. Toe. She broke her toe. And I realized, we went to the urgent care. They x-rayed it. They said, now you got to go to an orthopedist. I contacted, a couple orthopedic friends. They're like, yeah, you got to see a pediatric orthopedist. And it's going to, cost a ton of money, even though we have insurance. I was like, I probably had 12 broken toes when I was a kid. I know I had broken fingers. And we just did nothing about it. Nothing. And I'm okay. I do have this mangled finger, but that was just because I shut it in the door. And then my dad was like, come on, we were in Disney World when it happened. And my dad was like, we got to get back to Pittsburgh. Everybody get on the plane. I'll put a Band-Aid on it. Thanks, Dad. So, yeah, anyway, she broke her foot. So, toe. I don't know why I keep saying foot. But I really have nothing else to talk about. I mean, I always do. I could talk for hours and hours and hours, but sorry to give you such a short episode this week, but I got stuff to do. And there's so much, like, I'm buying new microphones, new cameras, building a set. I'm probably going to do the set out here. Do you like it out here? Is this a beautiful backdrop? Because I'm just going to do it with like 2 seats, wide shot, me and the guest. And then we'll do close-ups for clipping that you can watch on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace. Somebody bring MySpace back. I want to buy MySpace. Does anybody own that? Let's buy MySpace. All of my dates are at ShrEDDiE.com. I have so many fun places that I'm coming to. This week, Boston. Next week, I'm in Texas in Fort Worth. Then I go to Bozeman, Montana. I think I have a date in Huntington Beach, doing some big event in Huntington. And then I start going to Canada. I've got Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, a lot of ski resorts. Alaska's coming up, Vail, Steamboat, ski resorts. We're trying to put together Aspen, Telluride. I just got some guys talk to me about coming to Telluride in April. So should be a really fun winter for ShrEDDiE. Yeah. I think I have my tagline for every episode of ShrEDDiE. I'm going to go, this is ShrEDDiE, I'm Eddie. I'll see you out there. I'm going to do that long, dramatic pull-out too. Ready? This is ShrEDDiE. I'm Eddie. See you out there. That's so awkward. You know how awkward it is talking? Like, I'm going to use the rear-facing cameras too so I can't see myself because it's awful now. So that's it. This is Eddie. No, this is Talkin Shit, sort of, / wadcast / ShrEDDiE. Talkin Shit Wadcast coming together into ShrEDDiE. Wadcast Talkin Shit into ShrEDDiE. One podcast, one man, one future. All encompassing the ShrEDDiE ecosphere. Does it make sense? Any comments? You know how to get a hold of me. DM me at eddieift.com. No, eddieift on Instagram. I'm on them all. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I don't use Twitter. It's just a cesspool. I'm not going to talk politics, even though I think about politics all the time, but I'm not very opinionated. I'm more of like, I just think everybody's a scumbag. And live and let live, and better. I like all the same. Live and let live. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Yeah, so thanks for listening to this very short episode, and we'll see you out there. I'm Eddie. This is ShrEDDiE. We'll see you out there.